Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. And man, does it feel good to be back. I've literally only just returned from America. I had a couple of weeks holiday over there and all I can say in summary is you Americans know how to do a damn good burger. It hasn't done any favours for my waistline, but that's a different story entirely. At the same time, it was really nice to watch Raw and SmackDown and NXT. I even snuck Night of Champions in there as well at a social, chilled out time in the evening, rather than over here in the UK. We have to watch these shows at 1 o'clock in the morning, which can be quite tough sometimes when you've had a busy or crazy busy week. But nevertheless, it was a nice switch off. But I'm excited to be back. I've missed you viewers, you subscribers, the wrestling fans in general, and I've missed interacting with you in the comments section as well. I always do that and pride myself on doing that on this channel, because I believe that's important, because if it weren't for you guys, there would be no Wrestling Wizard channel. So I'm back now, and we're back to business. I've also got some really exciting news to announce at the end of this video as well, so stay tuned for that. But let's start with the question. Do you think, and this is a question for you, the viewers, the subscribers, the wrestling fans in general, do you think the Fiend gimmick is dead and buried, that it's never going to return to WWE? Or do you think there's still hope that we could see Bray's darker alter ego in the Fiend return to WWE? Now, if we look at reasons for why the Fiend may not return, we've got to look recently to Jason Baker publicly saying on social media that all the molds for the Fiend mask have been destroyed. Now, you've got to take that with a pinch of salt. This could just be a swerve. We know how close Jason Baker and Bray Wyatt are, and he could be involved in all of this in terms of lying for Bray. Remember, lie for me, brother, use me for cover and all of that, which of course is linked with Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas, clearly Uncle Howdy, yet not officially announced as Uncle Howdy. And of course the fact that we know Bray lies, the fact that he said in an interview with Ryan Satin just before the Royal Rumble that he never rewatches his matches, and we saw him alongside Uncle Howdy rewatching the match from the Royal Rumble. But in that very interview, Bray Wyatt did say that the Fiend is dead, that he died that day at WrestleMania 37 and he's never coming back. So if we look at things either way, it could go either way, literally, couldn't it? He could return, he may never return. Bray might have always had the plan to bring back the Fiend, but at the same time, he might have just wanted to start with a new character. And speaking of new characters, we of course saw the new character reveal at this year's Royal Rumble. Bray even described it before the Royal Rumble as a baptism in the dark, the rebirth, a true rebirth. And prior to that also, he said that he is the Eater of Worlds, he's Uncle Howdy, he is him. Was that him what we saw at the Royal Rumble? And after all, that character, that man in the mask character, was very Fiend-like. The mannerisms, the way he stalked LA Knight after receiving those kendo stick shots that didn't hurt him at all, like Michael Myers, and of course delivered the mandible claw, the Fiend's finishing maneuver. And I'm not saying that's the Fiend 2.0, I'm not saying that's an evolution of the Fiend, but was this a reset for Bray Wyatt entirely, and this was his new alter ego, and this was the plan all along? Potentially, looking back at things, you could think that maybe that was the plan, for that to be Bray Wyatt's new character reveal. And if that was the plan all along, we can't hide the fact that that wasn't a massive success. I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan. I'm obviously very positive in regards to Bray Wyatt storylines, but that character for me doesn't match up to the Fiend. You put those two side by side, the majority of Bray Wyatt fans are going to pick the Fiend. Now, I liked the character, but I don't like it as much as the Fiend. Now, at the same time, I'm probably being a bit judgmental. I've only seen that character once. I don't know what it brings. I don't know what it means. I don't even know what it's called. So I can't criticize it in that way. But visually, just presentation-wise, for me, it seems like a lesser version of the Fiend. I'm just being honest. That's just my personal opinion. What do you think? And again, this is just speculation. Maybe WWE felt that that was a bit underwhelming at the Royal Rumble, that it wasn't received the way they thought it would be by the fans. And that is where maybe, just maybe creatively, plans were changed, because it was very random how Bray Wyatt came out and just announced that he's going to go after either Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley. Now, again, it's just speculation, but allegedly Brock Lesnar turned down the offer to work with Bray Wyatt. We don't know how much of that is factual. It's just speculation. And then he was supposed to work with Bobby Lashley. And then things did change a lot, because we got these Firefly Funhouse teases, like the darker side of the Firefly Funhouse. We were seeing more of that. We were teased of the other side of the Firefly Funhouse door, that Bray Wyatt had a secret. Could we keep a secret? Now, if you remember, when the Fiend was first revealed in the Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt did say, "Do you want to see my secret?" or along those lines. Anyway, we also saw the same Jack in the Box that Alexa Bliss used at WrestleMania 37 to revive the Fiend in that segment in the Firefly Funhouse. So you've got to assume at that moment in time, a lot of fans thought, I certainly did, that the Fiend was going to be revived at WrestleMania, and Alexa Bliss was going to be the key to reviving the Fiend. That's how I took it, and that things were slightly changed from what we saw at the Royal Rumble and leading up to that. We got no answers in regards to who that character was, and then of course to this point we know that Bray Wyatt has been off TV because he's dealing with a physical issue, and that is personal to Bray. That's none of our business. All we know is what was put out in front of us. Now, of course, Alexa Bliss is not going to be on television for some time now. Congratulations to Alexa Bliss. Of course, her and her partner expecting a child at the end of this year. We're not going to see Alexa for a while. All we know is Alexa will be back. And maybe plans had to be changed because this synced up with Bray Wyatt having a physical issue, and then plans were scrapped for WrestleMania. So maybe we just get a complete reset. Will Bray Wyatt go after Bobby Lashley and then resume that? Possibly. Or will we get something completely new? We'll have to wait and see. We don't know whether The Fiend is coming back or not, because we don't know whether that was WWE's original plan. But maybe, just maybe, WWE felt that that new character reveal didn't match up to The Fiend. They didn't feel confident that was going to sell as much merch as The Fiend does. And maybe, just maybe, they're creating a new Fiend mask, a new evolution of The Fiend. And that is why there's been such a wait from now until, well, from when we last saw Bray until now, putting that physical issue aside. Now, of course, we hope Bray Wyatt is healthy physically and mentally. That's the most important thing, and he only comes back when he's ready. Now, I, as a fan of Bray Wyatt, would not be against bringing the Fiend back, but I wouldn't want him to be used as frequently as before. I'd want him to be used as a special attraction act that only comes out maybe at premium live events when he really needs him, his true ace card, if you like. And we get some more storyline progressions, maybe with other characters and other alter egos involved around that. Maybe a faction angle as we head into the later part of the year, into Survivor Series War Games as well. That would be pretty cool. But again, we'll have to wait and see. And what I love about this is it's so unpredictable as well. We don't know what's coming next. We don't know what the plans are. We can't ignore the fact that there are a lot of seemingly last minute changes made post Royal Rumble. So just maybe, we might still see the Fiend return in some capacity. But when Bray Wyatt returns, mark my words, it will be big, huge. We don't know whether he's going to remain on SmackDown or whether he's going to go to Raw. Personally, I'd like to see him on Raw, because that extra hour can give a little bit more leeway with Bray Wyatt creatively as well, gives him a bit more time to showcase his creative skills. But again, that's just my personal opinion. Thank you so much for watching the first part. Now the next part here is where I'm going to talk about the future of this channel. Now, I'm so grateful for this, to be in this position. And as I said before, if it weren't for you, there'd be no Wrestling Wizard channel. But from August the 1st, I will be going full-time on this channel. Thankfully, I'm in a position to be able to do that. Of course, this is going to enable me to do really in-depth Raw and SmackDown reviews. I'm also going to cover NXT as well. I may potentially cover AEW to give a bit more variety on the channel as well for those fans that might be into AEW. But what I can guarantee is there will be content for everyone. I'm potentially going to post every day, certainly at least 5 times a week, so you get a good variety of content. But I'm really going to go all in here, and it also means as well, when there's any breaking news as well, I can cut straight to the chase on this channel rather than feeling like I'm behind as well with other creators. So really excited for that. absolutely buzzing, can't wait, and that's where the future lies on this channel as well. But help me out in the comment section, what would you like to see from the channel moving forward? And as always, thank you so much for watching the video. It'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you soon.